I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA's Daily Review. Today is October 12th, Thursday, 2023. So we had this expected day here. They did wipe out the top liquidity first, then they came down to wipe out that liquidity and then kind of balance more of the price, then reach down to touch the open of the current week high gap. So watch yesterday's video so this makes sense, otherwise it will not. And then always make sure you wait till the end of the video to watch what I'm saying that's going to happen the next day. So I have no other way to explain this with these lines here, with these, you see the black ones here. So put that there for liquidity to reach up, pop up. I left that green box right there just for the fact that that's what was left as far as the space that's empty inside the imbalance on the weekly, which is this big blue box. But as you see over here, we come right in nicely with it. And oh man, I didn't mean to screenshot it right there like that. That sucks. But the wick stops right here, I believe. No, I'm sorry. Underneath it, obviously, right? So, and then after that, I mentioned that we would now come down for all that liquidity sitting there. And then the range here. So this range right here, from here to here, I was mentioning, I wanted to come back and retrace deeper in here, which it did, but it didn't go to according this fib. You wouldn't have been wrong if you tried to do that. But really, and I think I forgot a 30-minute video yesterday, and I still can't mention everything. But the one thing I did mention is that you could have put I did mention putting the range from here to here, but I'm not sure if you were savvy at that if you're watching the videos. But in general, fuck everything on the screen here. What matters is it took out that liquidity and then hit that. I mean, I can incorporate that low. You see this low right here from this week. And I dragged it out. We ended up tagging that. Remember, notice how we did not tag that yesterday. So also knew that was kind of suspect, and then shot down for that here, and then had a feeling that this was just big open pocket. We should be coming in. Are we bearish too? As far as that goes. So just showing you what we outlined. Let me just go back to this here. And so I know this is very busy, right? So don't. For me, this is busy, but for you, this might be really clean. I think it's really clean to me too, but I have to keep all this shit on here so I can explain everything. But when you see these orange lines like this is dotted, that's just the previous week, and the previous month's highs and lows type of shit. As you see, this week we popped up to take out the previous week. That's what you got that high. But when I got this highlighted like this, these dotted lines that are black, that's for me just showing you where the liquidity is. I got to be able to make this visual. Anyways, panned out beautiful. It was a beautiful day to begin with. For me, I had to keep it simple. I knew one major direction we would take, and then I had to stick with that and be done. But don't want to be involved, especially with what's going on in the world. But as you see, we did pop up again right here. Didn't hit the oversold though. So I don't know if we're completely not done with coming to the top side. If and I'll get into that in a moment, but it's possible that we still come down too. So you don't know, but the ideas here were nice. I was calling, this area as well. So, and let me break it down to a smaller time frame. So you'll see here, let me just start with this. So as you're looking at the 1 hour here, you can see that liquidity that we discussed. If you recall that, the 15-minute. Remember I was discussing this yesterday. That's why you gotta watch. Yeah, I'm sorry it takes 30 minutes to explain, but I have to incorporate the analysis and what we're gonna do at the end, so you kind of get the drift of what I'm doing here. If you want to learn. If you don't, then if you just cherry pick just the ending, then you'll never learn. Maybe, who knows. But long story short, we had the high here. So this was the high to attack first. Plus we had that space up there with the I deleted it because I don't need it. That green box that I just showed. But really, we're inside. Let me kind of do this. We were inside. We opened here, and and we made the video here, right? So my retrace or not, London just kept it, Asia and London just kept the flow there. You see that? So when you see this is obviously just hunting straight for above here and to get more up in here. Now, did it seal the imbalance? No. And it's a weekly imbalance. Would I have liked it to? Yes, but it again, it doesn't need to. Do we still come back up here? I don't know. It's possible. This was a nice retracement. And to me, this is a healthy retracement. I actually like this retracement. I wish the market was like this, on a daily basis. And if you watch yesterday's video and the day before, you'll see that I was actually calling for this area, and we didn't get it yesterday. That's what confused yesterday as well. Remember when I said Nas came up and took up their highs? Nas did it again, where they did take up their highs. Yeah. So, but yeah, so we got that today, right? So we got this nice leg today. So anyways, as you see there, price comes in. Keep in mind, I put the 25% levels now on this quad fib here that shows you the 25% levels. Still 50% level there. So we pop up, take out that liquidity plus that high that we discussed. Remember that high I was saying that was sitting there just by itself? Beautiful, man. Pops up and takes it and taps into this block right here, right? Even from the wick there, and almost 50% of that wick too. But really, it nicely touched that 25% level. See that? See how we pop? Look at this. See how we pop right above it right there with this right here? This is the main fib. This is the little fib. See that? So the 25% level hits that. We get a plus. We pop up above our own liquidity. And then the ready for the 8:30 news. Sure enough, happened just like it's been going on these past days for the 8:30 news. Been dropping beautifully right there, holding. Man, caught this. Fucking got that bitch. Knew that we were coming to take out this liquidity pretty much. And then you get your legs here. 1 drive, 2 drives, 3 drives first. And then it doesn't take out that liquidity. So you're sitting here like, yo, is it going to take out that liquidity or not? Or is this going to be a buying area? Sure enough, we're taking the trade and we're holding it. For me, this is good enough, man. I don't need to be right. I don't need to be down here. I wasn't planning on trading past 11 o'clock today anyway. So I had to cut it loose. But look where it does come to. It does come very close to the 50% level of this old previous week gap. Not this current week. That the current week is here. The old week, last week's gap. So real close, but look at the details and the devil's in the details. It didn't tap the 50, and I'm like, there's something wrong with that. Should have touched it, but it does buy up. The reason why I do take I take trade out for sure is because I am hitting this 38 level on the fib. See that on this big fib? See this big fib? So. Okay, so yesterday, real quick, I mentioned I had it dragged here first, right? So when I had it dragged there first, I was just measuring this range. But because the range is so, clean coming up like this, you see the top side, right? Higher low, higher high, right? And then retracing deep enough for the volatility to be able to expand in a range that would accommodate a day like this today, which is obviously CPI. So that being said, I'm going with this, right? So anyways, with that being said, I'm having this range like this now at this point when I see that we popped up already and we're just sitting right here with all that confluence. There's the high right there. This is that major low from July 10th, right? So we hit that. We finally hit that. We're there. We're at that 25%. It's just so much confluence to sell right here. And if it didn't sell from here and it went up, I would have fucking sold it from here too, to be honest with you. So anyways, point is that beautiful legs down. So when this came down, yes, attack that liquidity. If you got out, I understand. But for me, this is going to be a range day, a full pull, sort of speak, and you're not really focused on this liquidity, but you're more focused on this liquidity. So price shoots down to the 38 level right there. And it was to the point, and I was like, yeah, I'm done. Fuck that. So I took out the trade and then actually tried to catch this buy here. I ain't gonna get into that because this is all I want you to really look at. But the little details, it did obviously go back against, but I was just trying to get this as a scalp. But I knew I wasn't gonna sit here for another leg down. But as you see, I leave money on the table, and I wish I did. But I wasn't trading all day today. So when I'm trading all like most of the day, then these kind of moves I'll catch. But when it's going into a scenario where I'm only kind of trading in the early AM session, I have to keep it this way. And yeah, it sucks, but that's why I'm holding this. But I saw I saw this buy and this sell, and we come at to was it 9:30 right there? Yeah, right. We retrace right here. So once it comes underneath, this is kind of like support going to turn resistance here, but it does bounce from here. But when it comes underneath again, and then this little price action right here just stops, this is kind of like your resistance. And if you look very closely, you can see, and it's small, but you can see that opening gap. See that purple line? I'm not purple, the hot pink or whatever fuck. If you follow my videos, you'll know that I have these on my chart. So beautiful level that it does respect at the 9:30, and this is a 5-minute. So I can show you on a 1 minute real quick, I guess. But and then on the 1 minute, you'll see that once we pop up here, we took out liquidity here, and we're already above this high that I just discussed, which is that high right there, right? So that being said, I'm looking for it to break down. So it does break down and come back up into this block and this wick. So if it's going to sell from the from here, I would like for it to sell from the no later than this wick. Obviously this up candle, but then the wick is also very sort of obvious. So price pops into there. You wait for the price to dip down below that candle. It's generally what I do, and then pops back in. That's an entry right there. You want to hold that. I could put the stop loss right here, because if it goes above this candle, that's up candle closure like that, and then you had a bearish candle, I don't need to put my stop loss there. If it's coming above here, it's wrong to begin with. So but and I was okay with taking a loss even before right here. When we popped up right here, I even pushed it, but I put the stop loss right there, and it popped right up. So I was like, okay, you ain't fucking ready yet, no problem. But I know we're sinking to this bitch, but because we accomplished a big goal here. So anyways, you see here breaks down again right here, and then right here it smacks that open. You can see with the wick with the 9:30, it just sits there. Boom. You could use momentum trading here. You could have used these candles on closures, entries. I mean, you can use these last up candles as you see here. You could have put your up candles down as for order flow, constantly selling from these up candles. Look at the protection there. Constantly does not go above that. And then if you dragged it here, come on. If you drag this to there, look, doesn't break that candle, and then you move it, and constantly going. Look, even if you put it with these, constantly protecting the price. If you come over here, constantly protecting price, or if you put that here, constantly protecting price. So this is how you gotta flow, and what'll help you is look at every 15-minute or 30-minute candles. How many candles does it take to be on this bearish swing? Well, on the 15-minute right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You gotta hold those. That's how I'm able to hold this. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bearish candles. On the 30-minute was probably cleaner. Let me actually just do that on a 30-minute. I gotta make this video. I gotta stop, man. So see here, 1, 2, 3 candles, three 30-minute candles. Look at this, 1, 2, 3, 3 30-minute candles. Look how many up going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue candles, right? So like how you're gonna be able to hold something like this and see all these blending ideas that we discuss on a daily basis, right? But pretty much super game that I'm giving you too. But this pops up here, fine, no problem, I understand. And what was it really doing? It was still underneath this resistance though. It's not like it broke above here. It didn't go higher than here. So 1 minute, right? Yeah. So in this case, you would have missed it if you were looking for a specific support resistance to like literally hit that level, which it would have been nice if it hit it. But again, that's why I'm not fucking with these people, man. I'm not being involved the way they want me to be involved. You understand? So you want to limit yourself, right? And it's still be involved at the same time, right? I'm not trying to tell you to quit, type of shit, But you do want to keep flowing with the trades, but depending on like if you're losing a lot or not, I mean that all depends, and that's another conversation. But just talking about analysis here for a second, but. This right here, this again almost hits that 50 level. Beautiful buy. Does take an extra drive down. Dow is dirty and did that. But let me show you, like, for example, how it was flowing here. Like right here, if you were looking for that buy, Dow came down one more time. So this was your higher low, and you were safe here with your higher low if that was the buy you're looking for. If you wanted to take that buy for a retracement, NAS and S&P were nice. Dow did come down one more time, so I understand the frustration. But take a look at Nasdaq. We first started with a bearish. I'm sorry, with the bearish divergence here, okay, and then S&P and NAS did take out those highs. See that? We both took out these highs, but they didn't. So that pushed us down. And then when we had these lower highs with S&P and NAS, S&P and Dow are with each other today, and they'll sometimes alternate sharing the S&P's flow. But NAS took an extra high here, and another one, and another one. Look, they took three drives right here. So they were super showing that we were, following the two other strength directions, not strength as in like value or price, but we can say just the weaker. But what I'm really talking about is the strength of the direction of where we're actually going, which is going to be with these two. You see that very clear. So super game, yep. And then dollar, as I mentioned, I was saying if dollar was going to shoot up, because we did have this possible as a support. Yes, it comes underneath, but it's pretty much the price can't go any lower from this weekly gap that I mentioned. So watch previous videos so this makes sense. But so if this was going to shoot up with this news, then we were going to shoot down. If dollar had shot down, then we would have fucking cleared up, right? We would have been up here, hitting that bitch probably, and then maybe came down. But that's also the other extra confluence. So to kind of make this short now, how long have I been going? 17 minutes? Yeah, I gotta stop. So real quick, then we take another sell down, right? Because that low, when we made this low and we hit here, remember I mentioned I was suspect that it didn't hit that 50 level on this gap right here. But look at this. Well, let me go back to a 5-minute, man, because I can't do this. But and then as you remember, this was the target that this could have been a buy. This could have bought from here and went up, right? So that could have happened actually. But they just used that to just trick people. And but this is a valid buy, 1,000% a valid buy. But look at that, look at the liquidity here that has not been taken. So with that and this price up here, all it did is it came into that imbalance. You see that? I don't even have to show you the candles. You can see the price imbalance right there. But for strength on the downside, we want to see that empty. But it's okay. It was really just a 3-drive leg. One here, second one there, third one there. So, and beautiful, nice and clean too. Came right into there. That's another entry. If you decided to see that these candles started being weak and breaking that candle, your stop loss would be, you would move that, this thing that I have right here. You would notice that it's protecting that price, right? So yeah, man. And then when this, so the imbalance is right there. All I got to do, 50% of it, nice spot level. This is the details here. And if you drag this over, look at this. You see that 25% level here? Look at that. Almost taps it. I think it does. Yeah. Like by a fucking hair. No. It's the same level. It's the same level. So let me see what this is. What is this? 34,006. Oh, and 34,000 psychological level. Let me not forget to mention that because I always do in these videos. What's the high here on this candle? Look up there, the high. 34,005. Okay, and I just put this level here, 34,007. So it says 2 points away, but you know, I drew this, so it's probably not the exact level. It's probably just a point away. But yo, this is confluence, man. With that, sell down goes right through that, goes right through all that liquidity, comes past the 50, hits to the 61. Look at this. And this is a to me a beautiful fucking buy right here. And then you have the time in the day, which is 220. So generally 220, 230, 235, you'll see a nice move right there. This pops down at lunch 12:30. Not surprised there either. That's confluence with that time of the day. But yo, shoots down and hits the hits the weekly gap open, current one that we are in. And a 61 is laying on top of the high to perfection right there. So yo, this is a beautiful buy. And you could have took that at minimum. You could have took that to this low of the previous week gap. You could have took it to that low. You could have took it to that low, okay? Or the 50%, which is really what I would have just been settled for. And look how this price comes right to that bitch. Look at that. Same fucking level, right? So, yeah, man. Other than that, what did we discuss? We discussed everything. So yeah, market just opened again. So what we're gonna do? So I'm gonna delete this. Well, yeah, I'm gonna delete this because I guess the weekly review that I do, I have to remember that. But anyways, now this price. So the 4-hour candle came down, retraced at 2 o'clock. I'm sorry, 10 o'clock. Retraced and then just came down into here. We've got this settled here. So here's the thing. Where are we going from here? Well, this range here is held by this 50. This retracement did not come into that candle. So there is a little bit of a space there. It is possible that we come back up to the 50. Possibly. I don't know if it does retrace that high. If it does not, then I'm thinking that to be honest with you, I mean, this thing could start turning around like this, and then come to break that low. I don't know, man, if we're gonna be bearish or not, dude. I don't know. I mean, again, you can look at dollar. If dollar is gonna be going up higher, then we're gonna be coming up down lower, and vice versa. So that's how I'm looking at it. So I have to play day-to-day basis here. But what would I like? I mean, it's possible that we start making lower low and lower high structure here to break that. I don't know. But I'll be honest with you, this is a very powerful buying area here. And this is a very powerful buying area where this is now. So do we come down one more time and buy from here? Maybe. I don't know. Right? Tapping into that down block, maybe. Maybe even tapping to here. We could come down to here and then buy from here to come up here. This is, you don't know. But let me just draw the fucking examples and be done, dude. I gotta be done. So I don't know if it's gonna do something like this. Right? I don't know if it's gonna do something like this, and we're gonna take time to get this to be accomplished. But that's if we're going bullish in a way. And then that also could be, we could also be buying from here too. To be honest, we could be buying from here. So higher highs, higher lows type of shit. Going up here. Now, if we don't go to the top side, right, then on the bottom side, then we could do a number of things too. I mean, we could technically just sell from here and do this, So if we don't do that, then we might come up a little higher and then sell. Meaning, we kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if we do this. I don't know if we do this again. I don't know, man. But, so that would be the options there, right? So, is there anything else I need to say? I want to say, yeah, 34,000 level that we were psychologically living at for a moment, but it's a very, very important number. I don't see us not going back to that again somehow. Where's 34,000? Yeah, that's pretty high. Right there. Yeah. I mean, well, it does match with that. So I don't know. And to be honest with you, I'm a little burnt out, but same time, keeping it simple, and protecting myself. So you could have some major gaps happening in the next following week. I mean, with all this news that you're hearing, um, just tread lightly, dude. There's no reason. You're not missing out on anything. There's moves every day, and I've accomplished what I want right now, man. I really do. This oversold here. I don't know if does this really pop up or do we come up stupid right now for tomorrow's Friday and the consumer sentiment news. So this is the thing, bullish Friday. Do we see that big bullish Friday move? It's possible to wipe all that shit out before coming down again. But this is a very nice buying area, especially with having in this previous action here. You got a nice. Some people call this an inverted head and shoulders. This would just be a intermediate low. This is the long-term low. So very, very, nice area to be buying from. It could even tap right here. We could come down one more time right here and then pop up. I do like that, hitting that right there. But it hit this, man. I mean, that's it's a fair range, and it's more than enough reason to build here. But I mean, not in the times that we're in. So I don't know, man. This is where we're at, and let me see here. Oh, I put this fib here on the weekly from here to here, and I don't really rely on this per se, but we did get to a 79. So is it possible that we have another price action come up to this 50? Because notice we didn't come up. This is a bullish fib, first of all, but we didn't even hit the 50 coming back from this retracement. So like I do like that area too, which is that gap right here. I don't know, man. I don't. Maybe we don't come up here. Maybe we just consolidate. Maybe we start coming down like this. But tomorrow specifically, with the consumer news, we've been moving a lot. So is it a bust? Like is it meaning? So is it going to be weak tomorrow, or are they going to use that to really come down here or really come up here? It's fucking sitting in the middle for me, bro. Um, you know, but it does have potential on the top side too. So, all right. I hope this helps you guys. Take care. Until tomorrow. God bless.